Byakuya does something really stupid in this one. Hello to all you wonderful weirdos out there. I am the one and only former Moon God. Welcome back to this playthrough / visual novel experience that I am bringing to you here in the form of Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. Last video was a bit of a mess, and I'm not going to mince words here. It was a mess because I did not know there would be 3 bullet time battles for me to endure in this class trial. Previously, I had played this game on kind difficulty, and when I experienced that trial for the first time, I was merely focused on the story. I was also using a guide, so it was just, yeah, it was pretty bad. And anyways, playing it the second time around on the hardest difficulty, I never really learned how to do the bullet time battles properly, so that just, that was just bad. That was just really bad. So hopefully I will be able to do something a little different here. Kyoko Kirigiri left everyone with a bit of a bombshell to end the 4th chapter, and we're going to pick up right where we left off with that bombshell.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before, we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before, the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Chapter 5. 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. Daily life. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So, let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything! We never just get straight to the point like that! If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey, Toko. You've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult. So I told her not to open her mouth without permission. I mean, I told you he was going to be doing something dumb. This is the dumb thing.
Huh?
What? What if she can't open her mouth? She can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under?
Whew.
I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. And because I am so bothered by this whole school layout, I am just going to make things easier for myself and use the map fast travel to the 4th floor stairwell. Specifically the one that's at the end of the hall that proceeds to the 5th floor. I'm going to turn around and here we go. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us. and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Yeah, I mean, large rooms galore with no rhyme or reason as to why they are on the 5th floor, as to maybe, maybe an attachment to the 1st floor or what, because there's an indoor archery range that has fully blooming cherry trees. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here, and it's in full bloom.
Hey.
It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kinda out of place? What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
I'm pretty sure it means exactly what it means.
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
There is a hidden 16th student that may or may not be involved with something to do with the mastermind. Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Oh, that was a fun voice crack. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. I'm basically just trying to speed through all the necessary conversations at this point, because I have recorded this over and over and over again. This has been an incredibly frustrating process, because there's legit no convenient pause points. And the only way I can think about it is like, oh hey, if I need to use the restroom, and it just I naturally have to pause it.
Yo!
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why? Is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh!
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. Okay, I'm more curious about the large plant that's in the center of this room. What is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
What? That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it, and you're in for some real excitement. Her hearts are like, whoa, and the plants are like, snap, and your flesh is all like, ugh, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
Actually,
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
Well done.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Nice. Anyway, chicken coop. Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like, they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that? It seems safe. They have each of their own individual lines, just repeating what was stated before. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly? 5. Do you know the number that comes after 4 and before 6? At least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right.
It's a number of power. A refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. Never lets me get a word in edgewise. Nope. Sprinkler controls? There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioner or something? Bzzz. It's for the sprinklers! Sprinklers? Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the settings panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning? Yup, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you got here too early, you get drenched, so watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway.
Disgusting.
Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone! I hate that bear so much. Let's check out the tool shed. Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. Yes, you should. This place seems totally disorganized. From a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy... diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Okay, I can finally get out of here. I believe that's all the necessary flags. I could be doing more than I need to, but who cares? I still need to get the runtime up. And I also don't want to have to record this again. And again, and again. I want to go to a classroom or something tragic happen. This one. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, You've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying? It's the smell of death. Their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey, come on now.
What? My fault again?
Boom, boom.
Stop trying to blame everything on me! If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
Unbelievable.
No, no, no. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yup! Let me give you an itty-bitty, icky-squiggy little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs.
Uh-oh.
But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? I honestly don't know. I'm shaking so hard. Maybe it's because of the breakfast I have. Maybe it's just because, I don't know, I'm getting some kind of, like, energy high from getting enough sleep for once. And then maybe it's just combined with the coffee and the fact that I haven't really moved around a lot. And so the ADHD side of me is just, I'm pretty sure I have some undiagnosed ADHD. Maybe it's starting to rear its ugly head and my energy is just going through. I don't know, it's just bad. Anyways, dry blood. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry. And their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course. I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. Yeah, it's his way of coping at this point. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Okay, talk to Byakuya and then we can leave. Byakuya? About what Monokuma just told us? It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard? Or is he just flat out ignoring me? Probably both. Yeah, let's leave. And get the final flag, which is this door at the end of the hall, with a sign that says Bio. Remember that, it's Bio. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says Biolab. You know, I really tried my best to overlook and understand some of the translation errors that came in this. But when it comes to localizing a game for a language that doesn't have an exact, and I mean it, it does not have an exact perfect translation into English, the localizers can take some creative liberties with this and just try to use their context clues to make it make sense. Like, I don't think it is the original creator's intention to have some kind of typos. Like, I fully put it on the translators and localizers to butcher this. So when I see a sign that clearly says bio on the side, and then it's the text box says something else, I just can't take it anymore. This game is breaking me. And it's not for anything that any character is doing. It is full on the translation and localization issues that are driving me up the wall. Bio. It says bio. You could have said something that would make a lot more sense. The sign in the hall just says bio. Is it like a biolab or something? That would make sense for Makoto to say, given how daft that you've made him out to be. But instead, you make him sound a lot more stupid than he needs to be, and just say the sign in the hall says biolab. Like, what the actual f*** are you doing? It's so unnecessary. It's so ridiculously... Like, did anyone proofread this? I'm so sorry. I'm losing my mind right now. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. Please do. Please do. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team.
Hey.
I mean, that's assuming the best case scenario that someone dies via suicide. Which, even that is not even a best case scenario. That's still tragic, dude. You would still have 4 people if it was like the typical, like, one person kills another and becomes blackened, and they happen to find out during the class trial. So that leaves 4. You really think you can field a decent, like, full-on basketball team with that? You would have at least one alternate in, you know, street basketball with the 3-on-3 pickup. It just, that's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. Fine! I want to too, but not for the reason that you want to. Just because you have a full-on disregard to everyone. By the way, didn't any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor. Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What? What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific. Far beyond any normal murder scene. Every body smell concentrated.
Huh?
God! I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna bark just hearing you describe it.
But
But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
so in other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop! Seriously? I'm gonna throw up!
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. AKA the most redundant name to name a tragedy in the history of humankind. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. Again, another thing that I just don't understand about this translation and localization. There are clearly things that don't make sense if they are put in the blue text, because I was under the impression that this is supposed to be his inner monologue, and yet there are characters. Unless he was supposed to be responding to, like, Kyoko, but, like, it comes just right after Makoto's. Oh, I'm losing my mind. If that's true,
it's all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
Hey,
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful. Super awfully awful. They're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? I don't know. I'm shaking hard right now.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Let's resituate myself in my swirly rocking chair. That is a really good stim tool. Like, oh my god, my desk is surrounded by stim tools. I recently built this Porsche 911 Turbo Lego set, because I have not built a Lego set in years. Ever since I was a kid, I was just like, oh hey, I need a centerpiece for this new desk, so I was like, oh yeah, I will get something that I can basically stim with, whether it be like opening and closing the movable doors, opening and closing the trunk that gets to the rear mounted engine, that is basically just a, you know, a plastic turbine representation, and then, you know, the hood that, you know, on another variant of which could be built, like you could basically put a removable hood in the trunk for storage, the front trunk, the frunk. So like, yeah, there's so many moving parts on this thing that I can stim with, and it's just, it's so nice. It's great. I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you ask?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor? Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Huh? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
Correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure, we absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. Yeah, okay, 3 more people. Let's do this.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
Could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature. The final boss, or tyrant, or...
But
We're not in a horror game, though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too. I feel like Byakuya is the kind of person streamer Joseph Anderson would gravitate to. Like, I just have a feeling that he would be into that kind of rude, obnoxious, jerkwad bullshit.
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and... I know what you're gonna say, but... a tool shed. Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
You're serious?
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Oh yeah! Apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know. Of course not. Because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on! You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you feel happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Huh?
So, what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it. Okay, here we go. Byakuya is an idiot. Byakuya is a jerk. I am sounding like a broken record. Toko has, some underlying condition that could very well be remedied with therapy to an extent. I really had to think about a way because I've been incredibly hypocritical during this playthrough. Hey, Byakuya? It seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So? Why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man! I know you like torturing her, but come on! Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. I'm still so creeped out by that face. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously? You're just gonna take it?
What the heck?
Shut up! And don't interrupt when Master and me are talking! Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife?
Let me see what you have. No! Oh!
Whoa! That thing is huge! It's like Rambo size!
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well,
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it lying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
what's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
Then that's that. Hold on. Don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Huh? Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. Why is everyone congratulating this asshole? I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange. So strange. Really strange. Oh no. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. So... Wait, is there something more that Hiro can say or something?
You know?
Oh, jeez, I missed the first... Oh, why did... Oh, God. Okay, talk about the chicken coop. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right. 5. 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. A pair of cock lovers, these two. Why did I just say that? Oh my god, my brain is malfunctioning right now.
You know?
That's please don't take that out of context. They're chickens. I'm talking about chickens. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe.
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed. And the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond? Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Huh? Where? That's it! I remember! It was on Mondo's uniform. On the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond!
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Huh? Then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help.
Huh?
How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know. Maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well?
And we can use those to call for help. What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Well, I think that's all the new information we have from now.
Yo!
So, now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way!
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So, what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Huh?
Well,
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. Even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So, what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Now that you mention it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Well, I mean, look, I'm pretty sure it's not even have to do with trust. She's just been, like, slowly regaining her memory little by little, okay? There's, goodness gracious. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't.
Huh?
What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean... amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is very suspicious.
You can't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us? Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey,
What are you going to do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
what?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on. A thread like that.
That's fine.
Fine. I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
However...
The worst school, where only the worst things happen? Do you really mean that? Huh?
Hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us, and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but
I think you went too far, taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at. She! You don't see it?
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry. I can still hear you. The sound of your breathing. Of your heart beating. It grates on me.
Hey.
Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus this situation. It's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone.
What?
What?
Um...
What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
I mean...
Cause look!
What?
It's you! How long have you been standing there? I'm very...
Now I'm really
angry!
Huh?
Angry at what? At the thief! Yes, that's right! I'm very sad to have to tell you. There's a thief in your midst!
Huh?
What?
Hey!
My precious! They stole it! Your precious?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street! Jeez! I mean, with all the tariffs, I might as well be reality. Oh my god. And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Oh goodness, man. This is ridiculous.
As such, soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay then. Sweet dreams.
Oh, you guys gotta get out of the dining hall. Uh-oh, we need to get out of here.
You know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow. And about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well...
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right! I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. You know, considering what I believe is going to happen next, I don't understand why Makoto just doesn't throw the knife into the trash compactor. Like, this seems like the very thing you would put it in the trash compactor to try and destroy. But anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... Uh-oh. Oh, that was a... What was that? As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? Of course it's Kyoko. Kyoko?
Hey,
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Oh boy. Oh boy, well, here we go.
hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay. I'm used to it.
correct.
Indeed.
So then,
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. Key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
so,
From the headmaster's room. What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
however,
The lock was broken. What?
correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that. For us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. Then, what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Mukuro Ikusaba is going to be a name that just... yeah.
Watch out for her.
Oh my goodness. Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
Wrong.
No. The headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet. But I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
This key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
so...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't! That's way too dangerous! And you want me to draw his attention? But we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us...
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail,
why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much. After all, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Host Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. You could just kill us all without a second thought!
I see.
In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules? Or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But...
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
I mean, that is a fundamental truth of the human condition, man. There are a lot of scary things in this world, whether it be confessing to the person you like that you like them, at the intense fear of rejection, going out and applying for a high-level position to try and earn a promotion through that interview cycle to try and move up. Like, there are so many risks that we take as a species that honestly, it's just a fundamental truth at this point. What Kyoko says just really rings true. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. Oh, that's the realest statement she's made this entire game. Okay, yeah. There was no pause in there. Wink, wink. We know the danger. But if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and I wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
it's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens?
However,
I'm not planning on dying. But there's always a chance of it. And a death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine. I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure. Because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then. Shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No! Everything's gonna be fine, I know it! Because it's Kyoko! Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Okay, let's do this! Hey, Monokuma! You can see me, right? Get out here! I've got a bone to pick with you! Then, a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out.
Hey!
Hey, by the way... Huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you? In the middle of the night? Oh no. Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? Oh dear, it's this one. So warm and wet. So wet and warm. I bet you guys...
Move to conform with local and international censorship laws.
I'm gonna do something really awful to that clip. Oh boy, but you'll see. All over her, didn't you? God. not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Oh. So is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse?
Wow.
Bullseye! Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want? Oh, well, there's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella?
Actually,
But in the bear kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually there is. Did Monokuma just confirm there's no binary for this particular? I've been using the wrong pronouns the entire time.
what?
Seriously?
My entire existence!
Then, what am I? My entire existence!
This is kind of...
That's enough! I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh, well... You told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question, no way it's possible and all, but... Is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're not gonna ask something useful, like how to get the best honey, or Ursine breeding tips? Ursine breeding tips? This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the heck?
God! You're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you! It was a key and that's it! What was that second thing? It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself! Making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Whew. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep. What the... What is that television flickering now? Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Chunsoft Company Limited. What the... What? Huh? Why is there just like a random animation of Sakura, like, it's going up and fighting up on, I am so, and 2 clubs, that's, I mean, I get she's strong, but, This is peak fever dream. This video is gonna be peak fever dream. What? What was up with the gun? What? This super stylish, super fashionable game is created by Spike Chunsoft? Then we've got to buy it now! Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends too! What?
Good
I don't understand
morning,
anything.
Everyone, get ready to.
I don't understand anything. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. Okay, I'm gonna end it off here. Holy crap, thank you all for watching. I was not expecting the whole international censorship bit to appear in this video, but I am just... Oh! I need to lie down now. My nerves are completely destroying me. See you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. You do whatever you want. I'll see you in the next video. Regardless, take care. Stay classy, you wonderful weirdos. Next classroom? I honestly don't know what the game is trying to have me do. What the f-